Hello friends, AmyR here with Prairie Paper and Ink, posting lots of videos back to back right now. Simon was having a special release. I made several videos, getting them edited, doing all the things. So this one features the new Twinkly Lights wafer die set. I was so excited when I opened the package and saw it. Just immediately went old school. Thinking of those big old strings, you know, those green strings of lights with the great big Christmas lights that were basically a fire hazard. I'm still amazed we didn't burn our houses down with those things, you know. So I die cut the strings. There's two big wafer dies in this set. There's like this curved set of lights that I'm showing here, and then there's like a twisty one. And of course I did both because how could I not? And I die cut them from Simon's, I think Midnight Green it's called. I'll have links to everything. Cardstock. And then the little light bulbs I ran through. There's two little sets of wafer dies also included. The die cut multiple light bulbs. So it's just so easy and convenient. So I die cut those from some Tim Holtz metallic papers. Again, I'll link to them. This is definitely one of those projects where you could just, if you've got, this is where one of those like little mini die cut machines comes in so handy. But it's just one of those things where it's like, turn on a Christmas show and just sit and die cut for a bit. Simple, easy, don't even really have to think. So that's what I did. Like I die cut all my strings and that was done. And then the bulbs, I just ran through multiple times with these colors. I'm working with a little, I've shown this in many recent videos. This is just a little pinch bowl. It's meant for like spices and things. I have a little set of them that these are all dog ones. I have cat themed ones. I have cupcake liner themed ones. Any little like containers like this work great when you're doing like lots of die cut pieces. Another thing I've seen people use is muffin tins. Like, you know, the baking tins, a clean one, obviously. And having that, and then using all those little wells that are meant for muffins to put all your die cuts in. And I think it's brilliant. Love it. It's just a great way, because especially now, like there's so many like layering die sets or die sets with like a bunch of different pieces, etc. And it's just a way to kind of keep things organized. So I just went and did like a bunch of die cutting off screen, got all my strings die cut, all my little bulbs, and then to adhere, just dabs of KRAFT tacky glue on the bulb areas on the string. And then I would just pick up all these little pieces with my little embellishment wand and stick them into place. Easy. Just easy. And again, it's like I had music going just in my zone. Other times though, yeah, got a Christmas show on or a movie going, whatever. You can just kind of like zone out and assemble. And they were fun. And these metallic cardstocks, like I did rainbow, of course. But then as I was doing it, I was like, ooh, these would look so pretty with glitter paper. And then I'm like, yeah. If you wanted to go a little extra, you could just do color cardstock, but then add like glossy accents. So they're really, glossy looking. That would, and maybe add a little bit of glitter. Sky's the limit, man. I just found these really fun. I was also thinking these would be really cute for even for birthday cards, like the first string of lights, and do them, with white cardstock, and then the lights in like a color to coordinate with whatever you're doing. Because same thing. Like I remember when I was a teenager, I had Christmas lights like hung up all over my room because that's just what you did. Nowadays, it's like LED light strips, meh. But yeah. That's just what I did. So it would have been cool to get like birthday cards with like Christmas lights on them. But anyway. I assembled all these light strings. I had die cut multiples because I had an idea in my head when I started like what I was going to do. So I did all those first. And then, this cardstock. I'll get to that in a second. For my main sentiment, I'm using the CZ Design Marion Bright again. I've already used this on one, if not two projects for my Christmas series. It's a favorite. I love it. So I die cut the under layers with white cardstock, and then the top layer is one of the sheets from Simon's holographic pack that just, it needed to be used on these cards. I was like, I might as well go all out. Let's just like rainbow metallic holographic, like woo. So I stacked 2 layers of the white cardstock together because again, it is just what I need to do when it comes to die cuts. I like having those layers. So, and I'm doing multiples of everything because I'm going to do 2 cards. And once I got both of these word layers die cut, I'm then going to top them with that holographic die cut, and kind of freaks out my camera. And it's also it's really hard to get pictures of this kind of stuff, and it's hard to film with these cardstocks because of the reflection. It reflects light into the camera, and then my camera loses its mind, and it's like, what is happening? But still worth it. I had fun. I was like giddy making these because I was like, oh, the shimmer and the shine and the hollow, you know, I'm just loving it. So that was my main, actually only sentiment. I decided with these, I'm not going to use any stamps. I kind of kept them open-ended in a sense. And I thought these would also be really nice cards for people that, you know, maybe don't necessarily celebrate Christmas, but celebrate other holidays this time of year. Is cards like this are a little more generic, but if you wanted to specify a certain holiday, you could add a stamp for that, you know what I mean? So it could be Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, etc. Just, yeah. And it could also just not be specifically holiday. I was thinking like these would be cute for like thank you cards, or, you know, just open-ended. And that's always nice to have because you never know sometimes what you might need a card for. So got my sentiments. And then I also die cut some snowflakes. These snowflake dies come with that Merry and Bright wafer die set. There's these couple snowflake dies, and there's also some little stars. So I die cut the snowflakes from white cardstock, and I did this on an earlier video in this Christmas card series as well. So I'm just adhering them on top of white cardstock panels. So it's just white on white. I wanted it simple because I didn't want it to be super distracting because I've already got like rainbow, metallic, and hollow fabulousness going on with everything else. So the background is more just subtle, you know, white die cut snowflakes on white. If you wanted to amp it up without going too crazy, you could die cut the snowflakes from like white glitter paper. That would look really pretty. Or, ooh, the white glossy cardstock that I use from Simon, that would work too. Anywho, my cards are done. This video, like, you know, I'm in the editing process. The cards are done, but I'm giving myself more ideas. So I was originally going to back these. I die cut the outline from black cardstock, but I realized it took away too much, and I didn't like how it was like covering up almost half the card front because you got to see all those pretty little Christmas lights. So instead, I die cut the outlines for the words from vellum. So that makes the words, you know, it gives them that little bit to stand out, not like they really need it because holographic cardstock, but it, you know, grounds them a bit, but also enables, you can see through the vellum and see the lights under it, which is always just fun. So those black outlines that I had die cut, I just put them back in the package and I'll use them next time. Like, no harm, no foul there. Or I'll say, because they're large pieces, I can use those, you know, for other little die cut things. So after I adhered the words to the vellum, I put adhesive directly behind the words because you don't want the liquid adhesive showing up anywhere else, and it does show on vellum. So put that on there, and then I can pop the word right on top. So I've got my one card front with like the more simple string of lights. I don't know what you want to call it. And then the one with like the crazy twisted string of lights, which we all know that's exact. No matter what you do, that's what's going to happen. Like unraveling Christmas lights is just, it doesn't matter how perfectly you store them. It's just like karma and life and everything messes them up in the, you know, 300 days in between or what, you know what I mean. Anyway, adhered my sentiments to the panels. I cut some black cardstock just slightly larger than those just to give it a little bit of a frame. And then on the inside of the cards, I had extra strings of lights, of course. And that's what I'm going to adhere to the inside. And that's what I mean by keeping these kind of generic in a sense. I'm not going to add any other sentiments, just the lights. One, also because they're cute. Like that is one thing, like my lights were picking up this metallic cardstock and it almost makes them look like they're glowing, which is just so much fun. I love Christmas lights. I can't even explain. Like it just immediately brings me back to some of the best moments of my childhood. Like playing, I would play under the Christmas tree, like literally for hours, days on end. I'd bring all my little Barbie dolls and I would set things up under the Christmas tree and just play. Like we were all in like this wonderland and we had all these lights, and I would play dentist because apparently the mini Christmas lights were like dental. I don't know. I was a weird kid, but anyway. I love Christmas lights. So I adhered those to the insides of the cards. I popped up the panels with some of Simon's Big Mama foam tape. And then to just take it to an extra level, I'm pairing these cards with Simon's holographic envelopes. Like I said, like I've got like metallic, holographic, just fabulousness going on. Loved it. These were so much fun to make and really easy. Like, even though there's so many little pieces with these Christmas lights, they were simple to assemble. The die cutting was quick and easy, like all of it, like love. So as always, I will have a link below the video to my blog post. I'll have a supply list, link to all the supplies I used. You can check that out below in the description box if you are interested. Thank you all so much for watching and subscribing, thumbs upping, commenting, all of it. I very much appreciate all of you. And I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye.